Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is David, this is David K Reacts, and here on this channel I ramble with articulation, I hope, about a variety of different musical, audio and video elements of the videos that I watch, and today we are checking out one of the older Pentatonix videos. This came out 8 years ago, and this is Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen's absolute mega hit, which was released in 1975, and I'm really excited to hear what PTX does with this. It's got to be one of the most famous songs in the world. It got to #1 on charts around the globe. It's sold so many copies. It's 5 times platinum in the UK, which means 3 million sales. And it's diamond in the US, which means 10 million sales. And there's that's just quick numbers I grabbed from Wikipedia. There's more than that, and I'm sure it's done. I think I saw 50 million streaming sales in Japan. Like, it's such a big hit. Like, there's very few songs that get to that level of fame and belovedness and whatever else you want to say. There's not enough superlatives in the world to describe a song that's become as popular as this, and it with good reason. It's phenomenal, and I'm so excited to see what PTX do with this, because it's, taking this on is taking on one of the titans of music history, and they're one of the groups I know would have the capability of doing it, and I cannot wait to see how they go about it. So yeah, I don't think this song needs a lot of introduction. I have sung it. I have played the piano for it with a band at one point in time. It's one of those songs that's been in my life. Queen was one of the first groups I heard that really got me into playing the piano, and this song was one of the reasons why. Mercury's playing in this is just outstanding, and it's really appealing, or it was, at least for me, very appealing to my young mind, and got me into wanting to do this. I just wish I could have seen it played live. I had the great privilege of seeing Brian May play live the musical We Will Rock You, which is based on it's a jukebox musical with all Queen songs. Occasionally in the West End, he would come out at the very end and play the final guitar solo. Because, he lived nearby, and why not? And I was there one of the nights that he did that, and I had the great pleasure of meeting him, and what a delightful man. And it was just, I think Queen has been formative to me in so many different ways, and I'm really excited to see what comes up here. So I'm just going to say welcome back to the channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. If it is, the way this works, I'm going to watch this through from beginning to end, commenting and emoting over the top. Then I'm going to go back, watch it a second time, this time pausing, interrupting, offering what commentary and analysis I feel I can, based on the what I've just seen and heard and the foreknowledge of that one prior viewing. Please do check the description down below. You'll find a link to Pentatonix's channel and also a direct link to this video. And please do go and support them. They're wonderful artists. And I'm going to say please hit the like and subscribe buttons and the notification bell. And if you'd care to support the channel, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com/DavidKReacts, at patreon.com/DavidKReacts, or by leaving a super thanks here on YouTube. And I will talk a bit more about those at the end of the video. If you're just here for a reaction, by the way, the first quarter or so of this video should be good for you. And then the analysis will start after that. I think that's everything, so without any further delay, let's bring the video up and hear Pentatonix's rendition of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
Man, that sounds good. Sorry, I'm just going to rewind. I don't actually know what happened there.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality.
Ooh, I like that hold.
Look up to the skies and see. Ooh. I'm just a poor boy. I need no sympathy. 'Cause I'm easy come, easy go.
Oh, gorgeous.
Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me.
Oh, yes, Avi.
To me.
Ooh! Didn't see that coming.
Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Mama, life had just begun, but now I've got it, thrown it all away. Mama, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again,
They're so effortlessly cool while doing this too.
carry on,
Oh,
as if nothing really matters.
Mitch's voice is perfect for this.
Too late, my time has come. Send shivers down my spine. Bodies
They've got some lovely vocal space, but they're using a lot of the frequencies. This is really good.
by everybody.
Ooh! Oh, I like that.
Got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth. Mama, I don't wanna die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all.
Yes! Okay, that's a cool way of doing the guitar solo. Oh, I love that. That's great.
I see a little silhouette of a man.
Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me.
Galileo, Galileo,
That's great.
I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me.
He's just a poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life from this monstrosity.
Look at the simplicity of that and how effective it is.
Easy go, will you let me go?
Bismillah, no, we will not let you go. Let him go. Bismillah, we will not let you go. Let him go. Bismillah, we will not let you go. Let him go. We'll not let you go. Let him go. We'll not let you go.
Oh, the editing is so good.
Mamma mia,
Yes!
Beelzebub has the devil put aside for me.
Oh, nice, Arby.
For me.
So you think you can stone me and spit in my eye?
Yeah.
So you think you
Oh,
can
that's
help
great.
me and leave me to die?
I love the choices of vocal sounds they're using.
Just gotta get out.
Just gotta get right out of Oh yeah, oh yeah,
I love what they're doing with this video. It's so good.
Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters.
Oh.
Nothing
Yes.
really matters to me.
And there they are back again. That's great.
Any way the wind blows.
Oh, yes. What an ending! Oh, that was beautiful. Damn, that's a cool album cover. Oh, the slide. The slide. Ah! They did such a good job on this. That is phenomenal. I just want to see if there's any information. PTX do not usually put a lot down here, but just before I forget to do so. Nope. Just upcoming tour information. Yeah. That was fantastic. They really are so good. I also wish we saw a little. They sometimes do it and sometimes don't. But these slightly more mobile videos, they do such a good job with them, and I'd love to see more of those. I know they do them for some songs and not for others. This is what I love, is when they get into doing everything. They do the vocals, but they also produce this. You know, it's active. There's a story, however flimsy, to what the video actually is, and that, like, the production in this was fantastic. And there's a lot of stuff they were doing there that's not particularly complicated, like waving torches in each other's faces. Such a simple thing to do, but my goodness, is it effective, and that it creates this really cool effect. That's fantastic. I love it. Let's go back and watch this again and see what I can pull out, because I bet there's going to be a fair bit. Oh, I should also apologize. I am assuming, and I might be wrong about this, in which case I'll probably cut this, but I am assuming that this video is currently, or at least for the reaction part, and probably for bits of this, will be covered by a semi-opaque box, flipped, have words over the top of it. That's because PTX, especially in this era, is really, really hot on copyright claims. It's not a strike. It doesn't do any harm to my channel, but it says, hey, you know, we're not going to let you do this. And with a lot of groups, that stops you from monetizing the videos, which means I wouldn't get any ad revenue for my videos. With these guys, it blocks it, and I actually can't get the video seen. So if this was blocked and grayed out, and if it is in parts of my analysis, I apologize. That is purely in order to ensure that I can actually get this video out. Anyway, as we were. I like that it's a very casual opening of them just walking in and taking their seat on the couch. You hear the sound of them doing it too. It's not like it's over the beginning of the song. It's very definitely pre-singing. And I think that's kind of cool, just having that moment. Yeah, it brings us into a slightly more intimate environment than if it was sort of very heavily produced, I guess.
Is this the real life?
I mean, damn, that's good as an opening, isn't it? It sounds so good. They nail the harmony. They've got the little fall off at the end. Like this has been so. There's so much love and care has gone into this arrangement, and I absolutely adore that. These guys, their harmony is amazing. And that's why I was thinking that they'd be so good for doing this, because the tight harmonies are so important to this song sounding right, and they nail it.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I love the simplicity of this. They're not doing anything complicated yet. They're just sitting on a couch singing. This could be a jam session for all we know. And I love that. I think it makes it very easy to enter the world of the song. And it's going to go some cool places. And so it's nice to be in that world with them. And they do a really, really good job of bringing us into it at that point in time. Also, just thinking about this, especially as a group that is, as you know, I know they're obviously even bigger now, but they were a big deal back then. It must be daunting to take on songs as well-known and beloved as something like this. Just, you know, one of those things that crosses my mind. But this one in particular, it's so very well loved. And I know Hallelujah, it's on my list as well. I almost did it today. I decided to do this instead. I've got that one coming up. at some point in the not too distant future. And they're such big songs, and to take something like this on and do such a wonderful job of it, like, it's absolutely brilliant.
Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality.
That fade there, that slight hold on that final note is so nice. It just gives us a little moment to just dwell on that before we move on. Really, really nice choice there. Now Avi comes in, bless him, sitting there stoically throughout that. I love the fact that they hold off having him in. It would be easy to have made that 5-part harmony to add in some bass because they have an excellent bass. Why not? And I'm really, really glad they didn't. They left it like that. That's very, very effective.
I no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see.
Beautiful stuff again. And I love that Avi doesn't come in too deep. Like, he could have started down in his boots, but he doesn't. He starts relatively high. And so there's no jarring kind of transition from here.
Open your eyes.
Like, he's just moved up one from where they were. Reality. Ooh. He hasn't gone very far from where they just were, and then he has the ooh. And again, he could have gone down further, but he's not. He's not going too far. He's staying slightly higher in his register, keeping close to them, which gives us further to move once he sort of really gets going.
Look up to the skies and see. Ooh. I'm just a poor boy.
I love how much Mitch just sails through the mix at that point. I mean, obviously he's taking over the solo, but you've got this beautiful harmony, these 5 singers singing together, and then he's punched up slightly in the mix, so he just cuts right through them with the beginning of that, and I think that's a great choice.
I'm just a poor boy. I need no sympathy.
And that's the first really deep note we get from Avi down there. It's lovely to get. We get a little bit more because the ooh, whatever the notes were he was singing before, it's reserved. It's quite held back. But then suddenly we get engagement with that chest cavity. We've got some real resonance going on there, and it's lovely to settle down onto that at this point.
Just a poor boy. I need no sympathy.
And again, notice the difference there.
Just a poor boy. I need no sympathy.
He sorry, that was terrible. I'm still suffering slightly from the cold I've had for the last couple of weeks. I'm going to be saying that in the next few videos, unfortunately, because I'm having to record a lot of this early because I'm going to be a little bit busy throughout the end of September. And so, yeah, this is oh, sorry, not throughout the end of September. It's already October. Throughout the beginning of October is what I meant to say. And, wow, time. It's an illusion. Lunchtime, doubly so. This sudden increase in that sound just gives it increases the textures that we're hearing in the song at that point in time, and it's like hints of where we're going. We're going to get something more a broader sound than we've had up to this point, which I love.
I'm just a poor boy. I need no sympathy. 'Cause I'm easy come, easy go. Little high, little low.
Great choice there to play with the panning. If you're listening with headphones, you'll have heard Easy Come, Easy Go. It's got a little bit of processing on it. It's a little bit quieter, and then Easy Come is in the left ear, Easy Go is in the right ear. Fabulous. It's old technique. I love that they're doing that. I think that's great. It just kind of brings us into the vibe of the song a little bit. Even though that's not, you could have done it. It wasn't fully cut out in one ear, but they chose to do that. And I think that's great.
Easy go, little high, little low. Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me.
The choice to have the wind in there as well, just really, really nice. Just that sound. It just kind of adds a little something, and I love the sway. It's such a simple thing, but having them go in opposite directions, come back together again, very, very simple, but it just adds a little something to what we've had so far. Very, very nice touch.
Doesn't really matter to me.
And I love that everything pulls away. That's so great. We've even got these lights here. And you see the switch off. So the lights don't sort of drag away, but you see that flip as we flip into a... And it's like, okay, we're in a different space now. Obviously, because everything has disappeared. The wall is opening behind us. Where are we going? I love that. It's a great moment to do it because we've had all this build up to set us up in this scene. We've had that lovely camera movement that kind of goes up a little bit higher, looks down on them, comes back down again. Some nice little subtle things. And now all of a sudden there's a really big change as we move into the next defined section of the song. Great choice.
To me. Mama just killed a man.
I really love their choice to have you've got the dum 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 or whatever it is that they're singing. That's Scott's line, but then just the dum dum. Having Arvi hold those notes on throughout that entire phrase is so nice because it gives us this pedal at the bottom that is grounding us the whole time, even while these lovely broken chords are happening above. Really, really nice choice there.
Just killed a man. Put a gun against his head. Pull my trigger, now he's dead. Mama.
It's also interesting listening to the lines individually. I was just listening to Kirsty's line there, and I really like what she's singing. We've got...
Put a gun against his head. Pull my trigger, now he's dead. Mama.
It's really nice being able to hear this broken down a certain way, and I really like the way they have chosen to break it down. You've got these actually really pretty lines in each individual part. Sure, Scott had a moment there where he was just doing dum dum dum. That's not particularly groundbreaking, but it's fascinating to me to actually hear the way that they've looked at these chords. They've gone, this is what's being played at this point in time, here's how we're going to break them down. They're broken down into cohesive lines. Kirsty's line, she's moving around a little bit at the top there. It makes sense for her to sing all of those notes because it's all in one space, and so the sound that we get at that point in the chord is consistent. And then a little bit lower, we get Scott. And then, at the bottom there, you've got Arvi. You've got a little bit... It's this blend that we've got moving around the chorus of actually keeping it so that we're having timbres that are located in specific registers. Regardless of what's being played, they stay where they are. Really good choice.
Pull my trigger, now he's dead. Mama.
It's also really nice hearing Kevin's voice at that. He's a slightly higher register here.
Put a gun against his head. Pull my trigger, now he's dead. Mama.
It's a really nice little line that he's got there as well. This is just really, really lovely to listen to. I think I have a great appreciation for the way that this sounds. And it's such an iconic piano part that hearing it broken down like this, it's just a really interesting way to hear the chords fresh and hear a new take on something that is so familiar and so ingrained, especially in my head. It's as I say, this was one of the things that got me into playing the piano, was listening to this music. And so hearing it done differently is really cool.
Now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all away.
I love that build that we get through there, where they're not only crescendoing, but there's a little bit more energy in the tone they're producing as well, so there's a sense that the whole arrangement is lifting.
But now I've gone and thrown it all.
So dung gung gung gung. I don't know exactly what sound they're producing, but there's a little bit more g in there as well. It's not just a crescendo of the vowel sound. There's a little bit more force on the consonants. Really lovely stuff.
But now I've gone and thrown it all away. Mama, didn't mean.
And so here we have a couple of changes. We have, obviously, the vocal percussion begins, and so now you have full drums going underneath all of this. You've also got Arvi's bass line is changing. Now he's got this dum 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 dum. So there's a little bit more motion happening there. That sort of slower pedal that we had earlier has given way to something with a little bit more pace to it. So the whole arrangement is picking up. It's not just that we've now got a slightly a bigger this or broader that or louder this. Everything is shifting. Really lovely stuff there. I love that. I'm not back again. Whatever the notes are that they're singing. That slow climb that we get there supporting Mitch. It's really, really nice the way that they've arranged this as well. So that, again, we have this sort of trio singing melody harmony, Arvi holding up the bass. But the way that they've arranged the two voices and where they're sitting in comparison to where Mitch is singing are just giving us this really lovely full sound. It sounds fuller than it has any right to for four tonal voices and a vocal percussionist. They do such great work on producing such carefully arranged sound, but also producing it really, really well. Also, I love this idea of let's just have a sofa rolling down the road. Like, again, such a simple thing in some, although I'm sure this was a nightmare to film for a variety of reasons. I'd be interested to know how they did film it. Whether there's a rolling road screen behind them or something. I don't know. I'm not 100% certain how they did this. I'd be curious to know. I assume, based on the studio set that it was earlier, that they're now in front of a screen. But if somebody knows otherwise, please let me know. Can we talk about how good Kevin, like the quality of his beatboxing in this and how well he's holding this together? Like, he's just doing such a great job in this, and these little fills that he throws in and what have you. Like, this is so, so well done. I'm not back again this time tomorrow. Carry on. Oh, I love that carry on. I can't do that little vocal break that he does there, but that sounds so good. I love that choice to have that flip. Oh, that is so good as well. The way they move between these harmonic chords that are going on underneath is so fantastic. The carry, you've had this whole climb down. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, oh, carry on. And that just, carry on. And they just slide up into that resolution, or that sort of pre-resolution, if you like. And then we go back to the broken chords again. That is such a perfect transition there. I love that. And the cleanliness. These really, really pure notes that are just coming out here. There's like, this is all so, so well done. Is it? They're not in a studio, are they? How is this done? Somebody tell me. Is there a hidden cut in there where they're on, or was there even a very obvious cut that I just glossed over because I wasn't paying attention? If there was, I'll probably have made a note. And I love that we go back to the accompaniment that we had before, but the drums this time, the vocal percussion has upped. So it's a much more subtle change. We've gone, this is something I talk about a bit, and I just recorded a video for what's coming later this month, or maybe early November, I'm not sure which that specific video is going to be released, where I talk about them pulling back to where we were beforehand, but not quite all the way. There's a couple of little evolutions that mean that even though, yes, we're back to the beginning of the verse again, it's not quite the same as it was before, and that vocal percussion is one of those things, and I think that's great. Too late. My time has come. Send shivers down my spine. Body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, this is so good. I'm sorry, I'm still slightly hung up on this. Is the couch on a rolling road? Or are they actually outside? The reason I'm asking is just the sheer consistency of the lighting is excellent. And that's what's kind of got me curious as to exactly how this has been done. Sorry, the weird things my mind focuses on, but this is this is just interesting to me, and I'm looking at it, and my brain is going, I know just enough to know that this is really cool, and not quite enough to figure it out. Interesting. Sorry, I want to go back and actually listen to the singing there for a second. I missed a couple of bits. I love the vowel sounds in the harmony here. Got this dumb. Or. I love that. You've got this open ah, and then it closes up for a hot second. Oh, ah, and then back into the ah again. They're playing a little bit. There's a little sort of exclamation there, and then it pulls back to a much more open sound than the dum that we had before. This or is almost fully open, and then only at the end do they go back up to the ah. It's a really nice choice. And they use that to slide up into the goodbye, and I love this harmony that they've added here. And again, beautiful mixing here, because even though you've got Scott and Kirsty are above Mitch in the mix, Mitch is still coming through stronger because he's the one singing the melody, so of course he would be. But it's just been mixed really well so that he punches through, even though he's not... The other two are arguably putting a bit more energy into their voices right now than he is, but he's been mixed to just pierce through them regardless. So just fantastic work. I love that. I've got to go. That's a really nice upper harmony happening there. I really like that. They've just played with this enough to make it their own in a really, really cool way. This is a song you've got to be very careful about accidentally disrespecting, and I don't think they have done at all.
Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth.
I love these choices too, to have, like, you've got this whoa, and then face the truth. Those moments where they choose to actually break into the words of the song, I think are really, really cool. It's all those moments where there's a little bit more emphasis on something, or a little more importance to place on a lyric or something like that, and it's very, very effective. Even Avi was singing there, I think. Oh, no, he wasn't. I just saw his mouth move a little bit more than it had been previously. For a hot second, I thought he was singing Face the Truth as well, but ignore me. And that's that sort of goodbye, everybody harmony. It's that sort of chord again that we've got there with that sailing over the top. Really, really effective. I love the choice to have Avi suddenly sing that, because it lets that very sort of almost ethereal quality to that harmony there carry on, and so he puts in that line. And so that's filled in there, but you filled it in with a different timbre entirely. It's any way the wind blows. It's very different to what we've heard in terms of lyrics being sung throughout the majority of this. And I really, really like that he gets that line there. I think it's very effective. It shakes the ear up a little bit, makes us sort of reattune, if you like. Really like that. I think there's a great build there. Kevin's killing it on the percussion. Really, really nice stuff there. That really nice having that note hanging on over the top there, and then it fades just before the end of the phrase. And that whoa, 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 whoa. Great way of building us up. This sense that each time we go higher, we dip a little, go a little higher, dip a little, go a little higher. Really lovely way of carrying us up towards the sort of peak of that moment.
I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all.
This is such a great way of representing an electric guitar soloing. Like, having Mitch yell it through a microphone. It's great. It works so very well. I love the choice to add the smoke, the additional lighting that comes in there. It really bigs up this moment. It sets it apart from other bits that we've had up to this point in the song. For the last sort of couple of minutes, we've had this rolling sofa thing. Weird lines you never thought you'd say. And it just kind of... This breaks it up, even though nothing has really changed, but the tenor of the moment is different because we have this cool rock out solo. Everyone's jamming out on air guitars. It just gives us a bit more oomph behind it by being very dramatic for a moment. And they stick with this, whoa, 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 whoa. That sound is so good at this point in time. I think it's a really good accompaniment for this very kind of piercing, sort of slightly brash quality that Mitch's voice gets through the megaphone to create the guitar solo. I think it's really nice to have that warmer sound underneath. That's a really good choice. I like the use of little bits of silence, partly in general. There's a couple of points where it breaks entirely, but also in the parts. You've got those there's the snatch breaths in there. Arvy's line breaks off a couple of times, and you got this boom, boom, boom. There's actually gaps in there, so we're playing a little bit more with sort of rhythmic qualities to some of the lines underneath as well. Really nice. Really, a couple of nice moments in here where they hit a really solid chord. I mean, all of them are solid, but there's moments it just kind of rings slightly different. There, that no that comes in against Mitch is a really nice harmonic gap at that point in time. The distance between the notes is very pleasing to the ear. I love this sort of fall down. He's crawling up there, absolutely giving it everything he's got, and there's a nice little fall down in the line behind. I can't put the notes. Yeah, the chord just changing in such a way that a lot of the parts are dropping slightly while he's going up for this big note. Really effective. Da, da, da. What's that now? No. Nice little chromatic descent. That's the other thing I was hearing. And then we snap to this completely different visual. Obviously, there's allusions here to the Bohemian Rhapsody music video, but this is fantastic. I love that it's very blue and cold. Complete difference. We've just had this yellow light. The couch and the clothing that they were wearing has sort of slightly warmer tones to it. And this very, very, very blue look. Also, this makes Kirsty's eyebrows look fierce. And that cut from da-na-na-na, bum, 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 bum. Very, very quiet sound down to the boom from the wide open mouth. Very staccato, short notes where previously we've been holding them on. This very, very sudden shift. It's great.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango?
And I love that because they have this very strong three-part harmony, the bum, 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 bum becomes Scaramouche, and it just drops away. And so while Scott sings the first line, you get the accompaniment, it drops away for the trio. Really effective use of the voicing here. Not trying to have Scott try and fill that in some way, shape, or form. Great decision.
Silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening.
And I really, really like the use of the shaking the lights. It's so simple, but it gives us a visual effect. This is something that, it changes up what we're looking at. It gives us a sense of increased stress or tension or something like that, because we're seeing something that is, it's fast, it's frantic, it's shaking. It naturally causes us to go, ooh, we've upped something a little bit here. Very effective.
Fandango, thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening. Galileo, Figaro.
Great choice to have the focuses of the light. So you can still see. RV kind of mostly disappears for this one, but you can still see the outlines of people because you can see the light sources, right? You can still see the torches. You still know that RV's there, even though he's mostly vanished. And here you can, again, sort of, Kirsty's a little bit more present. But this sharp contrast between suddenly, yeah, sure, Kevin's a bit better lit and Mitch is sort of slightly better lit, I think. Oh no, he's a bit more so. It's Kevin mostly because he's standing between the two of them. But it's very, very clearly spotlighting Kirsty and Scott. And I think it's such a cool look. I also like they've played with the panning because Kirsty's clearly on the left side of the video here, but she's much stronger in my right ear, whereas Scott's coming out slightly towards the left, where he's clearly slightly towards the right. They're kind of playing with your mind a little bit in terms of what you're listening to. And I love adding RV in there, Galileo Figaro. So you get that little bit of bass in there, really nice. And this is effective too, having the four lights pointed at us. Again, we can see Mitch because Kevin's light is highlighting the back of his head. But it brings us to RV, even though RV isn't being particularly well lit right now because we've got four light sources blinding us. But it's really cool because it draws your attention in a different direction, in a different way. They're constantly changing how they're playing with the music in this. They're also constantly changing how they're playing with the visuals, and I think that's great.
Me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life from this monstrosity.
And I love that choice, that a monstrosity. They just cap the lights and they disappear. Great stuff.
Poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life from this monstrosity.
Also, that's a lot. Spare him his life from this monstrosity. It's like sitting up there from all of that. It's this lovely, like, sail over the top. But again, it's almost like a pedal note because it's just the same note again and again, but up top instead of down below. Very effective.
Boy from a poor family, sparing his life from this monstrosity.
And I love the choice here. Da 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 da. The notes are held on so that it's da 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 da. We don't get that broken up nature. It feels more kind of sewn together.
Easy come, easy go, will you let me go?
And straight into that bum, 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 bum. The amount they're changing what they're doing at any given moment. They're creating so many different feels in this, which is fantastic. I mean, it's what the song does, but they're doing it so well.
Easy come, easy go, will you let me go? Bismillah, no, we will not let you go. Let him go. Bismillah.
I love the way they've done this. I think this is great. Having Scott in the middle, torn apart by the decision between the two sides. Very effective.
Bismillah, no, we will not let you go. Let him go. Bismillah, we will not let you go. Let him go. Bismillah, we will not let you go. Let him go. We'll not let you.
Yeah, really, really effective. You have that divisive moment, and then they stand up as a group. And so while this is still carrying on, you're still getting the flitting between sides. Up they get and they move. But also notice what they do with the panning. Everything's pretty central. And they've done the same thing. RV and Mitch, and Scott for that matter, suddenly start coming out of the left ear, and Kirsty and Kevin start coming out of the right. The drums, the vocal percussion is always very slightly to the right, but the heart, I say, when I say Kevin there, was actually what? Yeah, he was singing. So Kevin's singing is coming out of the wrong side, even though the drums are still where they always were. I like how they're playing with the audio a little bit there. I think that's very effective. And that never, 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 never crossing from left to right. Very cool. The work they've done on this to kind of create a soundscape as much as a great vocal sound is really cool.
We'll not let you go. We'll not let you go.
I love that. The nose. The percussion is the strongest element. The nose are almost behind it. And yet, you still hear them very clearly. You can hear little different bits. There's obviously a little more focus on Avi because he kind of pushes through it a little bit. But you can hear Mitch coming through at that point in time. And then I love the way that they do this, all hiding behind Kirsty for a second and then fanning out. I think that's such a cool effect. And here it clearly looks like we're outside. So now I'm just going to assume that my former guess about being in a studio was totally wrong. I think they're just filming on set. But how is the lighting so consistent? Like, you don't, when they're moving, there's no sense that the lighting is wobbling at all, like it's on a truck or something like that. They've done this really, really well. Oh, I love Avi's line there. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me. That's really cool.
Let me go. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me. For me. For me.
I love that we got the me up the top there, but me still coming through really strongly as well. Me. Very, very cool harmonic sound there. Also, oh my goodness, Kevin's sound on the vocal percussion. He has nailed these toms absolutely spot on.
For me.
And I love that we're now in this scenario where it's like they're fully backlit by a variety of very powerful lights. It creates a different vibe. Like now the couch is front and center, but the way that they appear on it is totally different. Very, very fun. Oh, again, the harmony line. Whoa. Was it? Really, really cool harmony lines happening behind all of this. I really love the way they've broken this down. And I love that da-da-da-da-da-boom. Yeah! That's such a cool way of doing that. I love lovely little break there. Die, bum bum bum. There's that little break where there's just a percussive hit, and I think it's really, really cool. It just gives us a split second of shift. And they've set this thing up, so now they have this which is kind of the first half of that pattern we've just had beforehand. It works so well here as well. Like, again, I'm just going to keep saying the same damn thing, but this arrangement is brilliant. And I love that here, again, we've got this whoa kind of going on, but the whoa. Now it's kind of, we've got the guitar being heard a different way, because we've got Avi doing it. Whoa. It's nice having that sort of lower melody for a hot second. This breakdown too, I love the fact that every time they get to another cymbal hit, one of them kind of like stutters and falls over. But this na-na-na, it's unreservedly vocal techniques. Like, they're not trying to sound like instruments at that point. Na-na-na is not a sound that any instrument makes. And it works so freaking well. Beautiful tom runs from Kevin. headphones. Nope, they're just doing an awful... I'd literally just check my headphones to see if I got them on backwards, because I've got the reverse audio again. Because Kirsty sounds like she's here. Well, as you guys see it, this side of the screen. But she's not, she's that side of the screen. And Mitch is the opposite. And it's interesting that it's like they've all just kind of like collapsed. And now it's almost like we're getting it from their perspective, looking up into the night sky. That's kind of cool. And I love the sound we get for the guitar here. It's not quite the same, so I don't think it's the megaphone again. But they've still created a really effective sound for this guitar solo. Oh, and I love the dum 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 at the end there from Avi just running down that scale. It's the perfect little button for that little segment before we move on to the next one. Oh, yeah. Oh, this harmony, they just sound so good. Oh, yeah. And I love that this is the shot we come back to, just this fully top-down shot of just absolute chill, of just wherever they collapsed on the couch. This is great.
Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters.
Oh, Kevin. That is so good. That his like fade out here.
Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters.
He times that so well. Just the length of the absolutely spot on. Oh, the slide there. Ah, that is beautiful. Just that little... They give it that little push over the edge. Oh, that is... sending shivers up my spine. And I love that. The slide back up again on the much more open sound. Interesting as we're coming towards the end of the song to have them sort of reverse, to go from a quiet sound to a loud sound rather than the other, because this song doesn't end loud, right? Very quiet. Ooh. Ah. Oh, this harmony is just so beautiful. They have got this so on point. So I think have I been an idiot this whole time? Is this set? They're not in a studio ever, are they? They're on the road the whole damn time. I don't know why my brain didn't. I think because we started in the living room set in my brain, that's where we started. But no, they're still on the road now. Sometimes my brain betrays me. This the gentle pushes they give here and there. It's just such lovely articulation. Just fades away so gently. And it's almost so quiet there. So quiet there.
Anyway, the wind blows.
good. Oh, I love this so much. They have exceeded my expectations, and I know how damn good they are.
Anyway, the wind blows.
The gentle doo 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 offbeat in the background there is so gorgeous, and Arvy's slide down there.
Anyway, the wind blows.
Oh, the resolution too. That's what I was hearing.
Wind blows.
Doo.
Anyway, the wind blows.
Who is that?
The wind blows.
I can't tell because I feel like I'm being slightly tricked by which side the audio's on. But that ooh at the end there, oh, that's so beautiful.
The wind blows.
Just phenomenal. I mean, it really is. I'm being blinded by this white, so I'm going to do that. No, that's not going to help me at all. I can at least do that. That is incredible. I knew they were going to do it well. Of course they were going to do it well. It's Pentatonix, and this has something like 138 million views. Oops, didn't mean to start the video again. Where are we? Yeah, 138 million views, which is nowhere near enough. Not for 8 years, anyway. But that is mind-numbingly good. Mind-numbingly good. Also, I love the fact I just realized I'm recording this on October the 4th, and it's going to be released on October the 10th if everything goes to plan, which means it's being released 3 weeks before the 50th anniversary of this song. That's kind of cool. I wish I could time it to the end of the month, but I already have my plans for October. Wow. Wow, that is just mind-blowingly good. As I say, I didn't expect anything else from them, but they really did exceed my expectations. I think the quality of the harmony in that, the production, Kevin was just on point the whole way. He's always amazing, but he was on fire for this one. Lovely to hear Avi again, of course. And just, yeah. I'm actually not sure what to say. That was just brilliant. I think I said it all because that's a 6-minute video, and so I've been talking for a very long time, but truly, truly wonderful. They did that extreme justice. Do we know, has anyone from Queen commented on this in any way? Brian obviously has a very active social media profile. I don't know whether he would have seen it and commented on it in some way, but regardless, this is just incredible. So much respect for them, and this was, I think this is one of the best things I've seen by them, hands down. And I'm not saying that because I'm biased towards the song. This genuinely was so good. I'm really glad I watched that. I hope you enjoyed watching me watch this and my responses to it. Hopefully I was able to bring you something. 8 years is a very long time. Some of you have probably seen this video a lot. But if I was able to say one thing that made you go, oh yeah, that's really cool, I will be very happy. I think that's going to be a hard ask for this one, because it's been around for a while, and 138 million views is a lot of views. But fingers crossed, maybe some of you heard something new, or maybe this is the first time you've heard this song, hopefully after listening to it once through on their page, and I've introduced you to it somehow. If you don't know Pentatonix, goodness, go check into them. They're phenomenal. And yeah, that's what I'm going for here. So if I've managed any of that, I'm a very happy man indeed. Please do hit the like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so by heading to buymeacoffee.com/DavidKReacts and leaving a one-off donation of any amount, or contributing to my ongoing wishlist item, which is my continued Premiere Pro subscription that lets me do the higher quality editing for this. You can go to patreon.com/DavidKReacts and sign up for $2 or $4 Canadian dollars, or your regional equivalent. That is basically ongoing support of the channel, and that's about it right now. It does give you access to my Discord. There's some awesome people over there whose names will be up here in a second if they're not already. Very, very grateful to them for their support. They are going to be getting, as of next week, they will start to get some sneak peeks as to something that's going to be coming out on the channel in a few weeks' time. But if you're not interested in joining, you're not missing. The video itself will come out here. There's not going to be anything. I might do a couple of days early. I'll maybe do a Patreon exclusive, but it will be coming out on YouTube. So you're not going to miss anything that way. You could also leave a super thanks here on YouTube, and if you choose to do any of those things, I would be very grateful, but of course no pressure to do them. Thank you so much for joining me, especially if you're still here at the end of this video. I really do appreciate it. It means so much to me that you spend your time with me now and then. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, whatever time you're watching this thing. Let's go for 12:01 p.m. See if someone started watching this about 11 o'clock. Sorry. I don't know why. I love doing that. Just coming up with a random time. It is what it is. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.